Right now, as you listen to this, your future self is either thanking you or cursing you. And the difference between those two outcomes is what you do with the next few minutes. Meet Daniel, 26 years old, smart, full of ideas, full of plans, and absolutely stuck. Every Sunday night he made a list. Things to start, things to change, goals he was serious about this time. Monday morning he hit snooze. Tuesday he was too tired. Wednesday not the right mood. Thursday the weekend was almost here anyway. And then Sunday came again. Same list, same promises, same version of himself, sitting in the same place, going nowhere. 5 years passed this way. One evening, Daniel visited his uncle, an older man, quiet and direct, the kind of person who had no patience for excuses because he had made too many of his own and paid the price. Daniel sat down and sighed. "I don't know what's wrong with me. I have the ideas, I have the plans, I just can't seem to start." His uncle didn't say anything right away. He reached behind him and placed an old hourglass on the table, sand at the top, slowly falling, grain by grain. "Do you see this?" Daniel nodded. "Does the sand wait for you to be ready?" "No." "Does it slow down when you're tired or pause when you don't feel like it?" Daniel was quiet. His uncle leaned forward. "Daniel, this is your life. Every grain that falls is a minute you will never hold again, and right now you are watching it fall while waiting to begin. You are not lazy, I know that, but you have made a dangerous mistake. You are living like time is unlimited, like there is always a tomorrow, like the right moment is still coming. But the right moment never comes, my son. It is created by people who decided to move before they felt ready." Daniel looked at the hourglass. He thought about the last 5 years, the business idea he had written down and never started, the skill he had meant to learn and kept postponing, the version of himself he had promised he would become. None of it had happened, not because he didn't want it, but because he had traded every today for a tomorrow that never arrived. His uncle spoke again softly. "Think of your time like water flowing down a mountain. Water does not stop to rest in comfortable puddles. It does not get distracted by every rock. It has one purpose, to reach the ocean, and it never stops moving towards it. But most people treat their time like sand held loosely in an open hand. They watch it slip through their fingers and wonder why nothing changes." Daniel felt something tighten in his chest. Not guilt, something sharper than that. Urgency. "So what do I do?" His uncle picked up the hourglass and turned it over. Fresh sand at the top, a new start. "You stop managing your time and you start owning it. Most people give their best hours to things that don't matter, to scrolling, to waiting, to avoiding. Pick one thing, just one thing, the thing you have been postponing the longest, and do not sleep tonight until you have taken one real step towards it. Not a plan, not a note, a step." Daniel drove home that night differently. Something had shifted. He sat at his desk, opened the document he had not touched in 2 years, and started writing. Not perfectly, not with confidence, but he started. He came back the next evening, and the next. Some days were slow, Some days he wanted to stop, but he remembered the hourglass, the sand falling, the ocean waiting, and he kept moving. Months later, something existed that had never existed before. Not because he had more time than anyone else, not because circumstances had become perfect, but because he had finally stopped treating tomorrow like it owed him something. Now think about your own life. What did you do yesterday that moved you closer to where you want to be? How many Sundays have you made the same list? The truth is hard, but it is simple. You are not waiting for the right time. You are hiding from the decision. Every person who has built something real had the same 24 hours you have, the same doubts, the same tiredness, the same voice saying, tomorrow. The difference is they didn't listen. So here is what you are going to do. Before this story ends, before you scroll to the next thing, pick one thing, the one thing you have been postponing the longest, and take one step towards it today. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Today. Because your future self is being built right now in the choices you make in the next few hours. The sand is falling, the water is moving, and the only question that matters is, are you moving with it? If this story gave you the push you needed, share it with someone who needs to stop waiting. Subscribe for more stories that change the way we see life. Thank you for listening.